Good morning. Via many requests, I'm going to do a 30-minute Power Pilates class today. So it is going to be a little more vigorous as far as movement and exercises, more geared towards the intermediate level. Again, anyone's welcome, you guys. Modify if it doesn't feel right in your joints, skip it, pick something we did previously that feels good. Work as hard as you can, let the rest go. And if you're finding, again, tension in the joints anywhere, skip it and or go check out my YouTube page with most other classes. Most of my classes, I do a lot of instruction. So I explain the fundamentals of Pilates. So this 30-minute session is kind of assuming you have a little Pilates experience and know kind of the ribcage breathing, know the concepts like neutral pelvis. That will help you a lot today. If that's not the case, do it anyway. Have fun, do what you can. Let the rest go. And it only takes 30 minutes, so I'm glad you're here. Let's do it. We're gonna lie flat on our back. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. Take your arms down by your side, and we're gonna start with a few deep, full ribcage breaths. Deep, full breath in through your nose. And open your mouth, sigh it out. Again, deep, full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, releasing tension. Let the shoulders relax, the face and jaw relax. One more time like that, deep, full Pilates breath in through your nose. And open your mouth, let it go. We're gonna go right into a pelvic peel. Inhale, fill the back body with breath. And as you exhale, tuck your pelvis and roll your hips and spine up off the mat. All the way up onto your shoulder blades and feet, and pause. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out your mouth, roll your spine down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and let the tailbone drop. So we call this articulation of the spine. Inhale, prepare. And on an exhale, tuck and roll your hips and spine up. Lift your pubic bone, pull your knees farther away from your head. Inhale, prepare, moving with breath. Exhale, sigh it out and roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and release using the breath to move. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck and peel up. Lead with the pubic bone. Push into the shoulder blades, use the back of the arms. Pause at the top. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and release. 3, 4 more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck your pelvis and peel your spine, one vertebrae at a time up off that mat. Pull your knees out away from your head, tractioning your spine. Inhale, prepare. And exhale to roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and let go. 2 more. Big full breath into the back body. Use your exhale to initiate the movement, peeling your spine, pulling the knees out long. Inhale at the top, and exhale, roll down. Pull more space between every single vertebrae as you roll one piece at a time. And feel that letting go. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, rolling up. So this time we're gonna stay up in the bridge. Keep the rib cage breathing. So you're endeavoring to breathe into your back body, and exhale engages the core. So the exhale holds your torso almost like a corset or a back brace. Feel that you're standing on your shoulder blades and all of your feet. So feel just as much weight on the inner edge of the feet as the outer edge of the feet. Feel just as much weight on the toes as the heels. And into marching, take a breath in. And on an exhale, lift your right leg to tabletop. Inhale, lower the leg. Use your exhale to engage your middle and left leg. Inhale, lower, so that open mouth exhale engages our core. The core lifts the leg. Inhale to lower. Use your exhale to lift. The breath initiates the movement. If this is too much, you guys, you can march with the whole body on the floor, right? Using the exhale to initiate the lift of the leg, not the legs. 3 more. Sigh it out your mouth. Sigh it out your mouth. 1 more each side. Maintaining that neutral spine position. Tucking the pubic bone to the ceiling. And then final one. Right leg lifts and we hold. So we're going to add on. We're going to move into shoulder bridge. Extend the leg to the ceiling. If this is too much, you just simply do the movement with a bent knee. On an exhale, lower the straight leg down. My torso stays stable. Inhale, flex the foot and lift. Exhale, point and lower. Inhale, flex and lift. And exhale, point and lower. So use your exhale, you guys, to catch the leg as it lowers. So you're ideally trying to open the front of that right thigh by stabilizing the torso. 2 more. Exhale to reach. Final one. Exhale to reach. Pause. Bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Keep the hips lifted if you can. Use an exhale to take the second leg to tabletop. Right, so a modification is just this. Tap. Bent knee. Tap. If we can, we go into the full shoulder bridge. Extend the leg to the ceiling. And on an exhale, lower the straight leg down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, reach out and down. So I lower my leg today as much as I feel like I can, maintaining my neutral pelvis. Meaning I'm not arching my lower back. I'm not letting that left hip drop lower than the right. Use the exhale to stabilize the whole torso. And feel a sense of release as you lower the leg because of the exhale, because of the stability. 1 more. Bend the knee, put 2 feet on the floor. Take a deep full breath in. And on an exhale, roll your spine down. 1 vertebrae at a time. Let the tailbone drop. And hug your knees into your chest, rounding your back. Arms straight out to a T position. Legs to tabletop. And we're going to go into some rotation of the spine. So on an inhale, roll your knees and hips to one side. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, other way. Use the breath to pull to center. Inhale, rotate only as far as you can, keeping the upper back super glued to the mat. And use your exhale to come to center. So if this is too much, you guys, it's too much tension in the joints, the lower back, the hips, put the feet on the floor, do the same thing. Yeah? If you want more, right, you're feeling your core, not your joints, you want to make the exercise harder, extend 2 legs to the ceiling. Inhale to rotate. And exhale to center. Keep your shoulder blades grounded so you feel a stretch across the shoulder you're turning away from. Again, initiate the pull to center with the exhale. 1 more each side. And then make yourself even right and left. Find your legs in the center and try to straighten your legs. And if your legs don't straighten here, just bend your knees a little bit so you have less work and tension in the hips. And we're going to go into Corkscrew Prep. On an inhale, rotate the knees to the right, knees and hips to the right, knees, feet, hips. Exhale, drop the legs down around to the other side and come back to center. Other way, inhale, rotate left. Exhale, sweep the legs down around to the right and back to center. 1 more each side. Inhale, rotate, upper back grounded. Use your exhale to sweep the legs around and back to center. And final one, inhale to rotate. Use your exhale to circle and back to center. Pause. Take a full breath. And hug your knees into your chest. 2 feet on the floor, hip width apart. Hands behind your head. We're going to go into some chest lifts. Take an inhale through your nose. And on an exhale, curl your head and chest up. Reach around, hold the back of the legs with your hands. And use your hands, you guys, to pull yourself up a little deeper. So we're trying to bend and stretch that middle back, thoracic spine. When we do chest lifts in Pilates, we're not rounding the lower back and we're not pressing the lower back into the mat. We're maintaining a natural curve, or we're trying, which means we're not using the glutes and the legs quite as much as our body would like to. Take your 2 hands behind your head, just hold the shape for 3 breaths. Breathe into your back body. And breathe out, hold. Feel how the front body supports you here. Breathe into the back body, it's ribcage breathing. Feel the exhale, maintain the lift, not the glutes, not the legs. 1 more full breath. Hands are interlaced, head is relaxed, heavy in the hands. So I'm not pulling with my shoulders and my neck. I'm using my exhale and lower down. Adding on, inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl your head and chest up. Inhale, hold your legs with your hands. And exhale, pull yourself up a little deeper, stretching that middle back. Relax the shoulders, relax the legs, and take the two hands behind the head. Inhale here, and on an exhale, you're gonna come up a little deeper. Inhale, lower just to the mid-back. Use your exhale to come up a little deeper. Again, inhale just to the mid-back, you guys. Use your exhale to come up a little deeper. 3, 4 more, they're little crunches. Try not to crank and pull on the neck. Let the lift come from the middle. Let the lift come from your core. 2 more. Try not to let your legs clench and your tushy work. Use the exhales. 1 more. Lift up and hold. Hold your legs with your hands. Pull up a little bit deeper, trying to stretch that middle back. And we're gonna go into rotation of the thoracic spine. On your next exhale, turn your chest towards me and grab that outer thigh. Try to stay lifted off the shoulder blade you're turning towards. So we don't want to land on that shoulder blade. We want to stay up, which often means we don't turn as far to the side. Inhale, center, holding with the hands. Exhale, other way. Inhale, center, mid-back rotation. Exhale to rotate. Inhale, center. And exhale to rotate. 1 more. Inhale, center, stay higher. Don't land on your shoulder blades. Exhale to rotate and pause. So if you need to keep holding your legs, you guys, you will. If you can manage to get the hands behind the head, you will. We continue. Inhale, center. And exhale, rotate. Again, inhale, center. And exhale, rotate. Few more. If you need to go back to holding your legs, you will. Feel that you're turning the nipple line and or armpit towards the knee. Right? So the head is simply turning with the chest. We're not turning the neck separately. The head moves with the chest. Again, it's thoracic mobility. That's your middle back. And back and forth, a few more. Chest lift with rotation. Use the exhales. 1 more each side. Final 1. And then back to center. And lower down. Pause here. Take a deep full breath. Open your mouth. Let it go. Right, so if you're straining in the neck, you guys leave the head down. Just practice the breath. We're going to go up 1 more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl your head and chest up. Hold on to your legs with your hands. And pull yourself up a little deeper. So notice how much the butt and thighs want to grip and hold on. Relax. Notice how much the shoulders want to tense and roll forward. Relax. Let's hover the arms by the side for rib cage arms. So we'll do single today. Right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, switch your arms. Keep the chest lift. Inhale, switch your arms. So be able to make the movement a little smaller, or choose to make the movement a little smaller, right? You can minimize the movement in order to keep the chest lift. So when your arms lift, you guys are feeling more work in the core. 2 more. Again, the arms lift as much as you can without creeping the shoulder up. So the shoulder's sliding down. Last 1. And can you lift 2 arms up and back? So just as far as you can, maintaining the chest lift. Stay off your shoulder blades, widen your collarbone. 1 more full breath. And hold your legs. Come up a little bit deeper. If you need a break, you'll take it. 2 legs come to tabletop. Super glue the knees together. If you need a break, you'll take it. Take the 2 hands behind the head for toe dips. So my legs move as a unit. Inhale, tap the toes to the floor. They may not get that far. Exhale, lift back up. Do not lose the chest lift. Do not lose the neutral pelvis. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Initiate with the exhale, you guys. 3 more. Inhale to lower. You don't have to go that low. Initiate from the exhale to lift. And 1 more. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. And rest everything down. Hug 2 knees into your chest. Curl your head and chest up, and you're going to rock on your spine. And we're going to make our way all the way onto all 4s. So ground the palms. Pull the shoulders down your back and right into cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chest and tail. And exhale, round your spine. Move with breath. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And exhale, round your spine. So don't let the shoulders hunch. Keep the shoulders down your back. Inhale, chest forward. It's abs, you guys. Lift the ribs and the waist, ribs and waist, ribs and waist. Keep sliding your shoulders down your back. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out, come to neutral. Find that neutral flat back, pulling your shoulder blades down your back. And on an inhale, rotate towards me. So that hand's gonna lift up and stretch to the ceiling. And exhale, hand comes to the mat. Inhale, other way, open your chest. And exhale, hand comes to the mat. Keep pulling your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reach up. Spread the collarbones, spread the shoulder blades. And exhale, hand down, ground the shins. Keep the belly button facing the floor. One more each side. Turning the mid back, again, maintaining a neutral pelvis. And then final one. Inhale to open. And exhale, hand down. Beautiful, coming all the way down onto our belly. Forearms on the mat. Forehead grounded, feet hip width apart, feet grounded. So you guys really, really protect the lower back here by maintaining that pelvic tilt. Keep the lower belly lifted, the tailbone long. And on an inhale, lift your head and chest. And exhale, roll back down. Again, inhale, pull forward and up, traction the spine. If it doesn't feel good, you guys are going too high. Exhale, roll down. You're creating space in the spine the best you can. Make it smaller if you need to. Inhale, pull forward and up. Keep that lower belly lifted. And exhale, roll down. And one more. Inhale to your Cobra. Just make sure the neck is long. Most of us lift the head too much. Tuck the chin, lengthen the neck. So you're putting your shoulders on your back and you're pulling with your arms, not pushing with your arms. Keep the lower belly lifted so the tailbone's long and the top of the feet are pressing. And then take the arms out to the side like airplane wings. If it's too much, you just simply keep the arms down. On your next exhale, turn your thumbs up to the ceiling. So we're rotating the shoulder joint. Inhale, palms face the floor. Exhale, thumbs turn up to the ceiling, widening my chest. 3 more. Keep the front body engaged. So keep the pubic bone and rib cage pulling together. So again, the top of the feet are vigorously pressing into the mat. 1 more. My lower back is very happy, or I need to lower my chest and ground my feet more. Pause here. So a lot of lower belly, you guys. If you're feeling your lower back, lower the chest a little bit, lift the belly more. So you want to feel the lower abs, not the lower back. And on your next exhale, if it's possible, reach the arms up overhead into a V shape. If it's too much on your joints, don't do it. Inhale out to a T. Exhale, arms overhead. Keep the lower belly, the pubic bone pulling into the mat. 3 more. Inhale, if you need to hold the T, that's perfectly okay. And exhale. And then 1 more. So you guys, we want to feel our middle. Exhale, arms overhead, pause. Can you lift the belly button more and pull the pubic bone into the floor? Can you slide your shoulders down to your back more and roll the palms up to the sky? So you're connecting your arms to your core. Final breath. And press back into a child's pose around the spine. 1 full breath here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feel free to stay in child's pose or rest whenever you need. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Hands and knees. And let's step your right foot forward. Back knee's going to stay directly underneath you and body comes upright. So find neutral spine, shoulders over hips. Find neutral pelvis, hips level side to side. So you want to drop that right hip down so your hips are level. Tuck your back toes and hover your back knee off the mat. So notice my back knee is directly underneath my hips and my shoulders. On an inhale, I go up. And on an exhale, I come down. On an inhale, I go up, expanding my ribs. I bend 2 knees as I exhale and come down. 3 more, breathing in. And breathing out. 2 more. Exhale out your mouth, releasing tension. And final 1. Come all the way down as low as you can. If you're feeling your joints, you guys, don't go so low. If balance is not working today, hold on to something. Upright the pelvis. Lift your pelvis. Level the hips, right? That's neutral pelvis. Now maintain the knee, the front leg. Maintain the pelvis. And do the best you can to straighten the back leg. So if I straighten my back leg too far, you guys, my hip's gonna roll open and or my lower back's gonna arch. Just straighten the back leg as much as you can today, feeling like your pelvis is still neutral. Tailbone pointing down, hips level side to side. Soften the shoulders. Soften the face. Soften the jaw. One more breath. And all the way down. Nice work, you guys. Only two sides. Left leg forward or second leg forward. So make sure your back knee stays underneath you. Bring your body upright, hands on your hips. And try to level your hips side to side. So often the front hip, you guys, is higher. Pull up from the right lower belly, sinking that left hip. Tuck your back toes under. And hover your back knee off the mat. Again, if you need to hold on to something, you will. Inhale, we go up. And exhale, we come down. Inhale, expand your ribs. And exhale, close your ribs. 3 more, breathing in. And breathing out. 2 more, breathing in. And exhale. Final one. Come as low as you can without any pain in the joints. Find that neutral pelvis, so it's a little more belly lift, tailbone down, a little more sit bone, left sit bone to the floor. And now here we try to straighten the back leg as much as we can without changing the front leg or the pelvis. So if we go too far, the whole right hip rolls back. If we go too far, the lower back arches. Can you keep lifting your pelvis upright so the lower abs are working quite vigorously, guys, to open that right hip? 3 breaths. Soften something. 2 breaths. Final breath. And coming all the way down. Hands and knees. Keep pulling your shoulders down your back on your hands and your knees like we did in Swan, you guys, on the belly. There's this feeling of opening the chest. And we're going to step back into plank. And if plank's too much, simply stay on your hands and knees. So it's a full plank position. 3 breaths. Feel your chest pull opened and feel your middle lift. 2 full breaths. If you need to be on your hands and knees, you will. If your wrists bother you, you can be on your forearms. If your lower back bothers you, you can put your knees down. Find the lift to the middle, find the shoulders sliding down the back. And then gently lift your hips, downward dog. And we'll take a few deep, full breaths here. And you guys, if you need a rest, rest in child's pose. If you're not feeling a flat back here, you guys bend your knees and widen your feet to really lift the bottom up and melt the chest back. 3 full breaths in downward dog. So when we weight bear in the arms, you guys, can you feel what we did on the belly, that idea of the external rotation of the shoulder? So the hands are planted pretty vigorously, and your upper arm bones are spinning away from the middle. So it feels like more work in the tricep, the back of the arm. Feels like less pressure in the shoulders and the wrist. Take a final full breath here. And gently walk your hands back towards your feet into a forward fold. So standing on the feet, let the head and chest hang. Feel just as much weight, you guys, in the toes as the heels. Notice the quality of your breath. Try to slow it down. Lengthen and deepen. And then take a breath in. And on an exhale, roll yourself up to standing tailbone, lower back, middle back, shoulders, and head. And let's have a seat. So you're going to sit kind of towards the front of your mat, so you have your mat behind you. We're going to go into some roll downs. Legs are out in front of you, arms are extended. If this doesn't work, you guys, if you can't get your body upright, you're going to bend your knees a little bit or a lot of it to start. And you can even keep the knees bent and hold on if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to do your full roll down. Inhale, prepare. And on an exhale, roll your spine to the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms can reach overhead. Try to keep your rib cage grounded to the floor. Inhale, lift your head and chest. And exhale, roll yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Stay round like the letter C. And then stack up nice and tall like an L. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms stretch up and back overhead. Rib cage stays super glued to the mat. Inhale, lift your head and chest. exhale, articulate up. Again, if you need to modify, you can bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale, roll the spine. Arms overhead. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Feel free to bend the knees and hold on. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out, roll down. And we're gonna pause in that chest lift position. So you're gonna keep the chest lift and lift both legs to tabletop. So hold on to your legs. You guys lift a little bit higher if you can. Take a break in the neck if you need to. 2 hands on the top of the knees. Elbows wide and drive the thighs down. Kind of really push the thigh bones into the hip sockets. We're gonna go into double leg stretch. The legs are gonna go to 45 degrees. If it's too much in the lower back, you take the legs higher. Inhale, extend the arms and legs. Exhale, make an angel with your arms and come back to start. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale back to start. Again, inhale to lengthen. And exhale back to start. If it's too much in the neck, skip the arms. Last 2. Exhale. Last 1. Exhale, pause, stay lifted. Extend one leg to straight for your single leg stretch. Inhale, switch your legs. And exhale, switch your legs. Feel the breath in the back body. And exhale. So using the rib cage breathing, posterior lateral rib cage breathing, maintaining a neutral pelvis. Try to relax the shoulders. 1 more. And if you need to put your feet down and do the previous exercise we did with our feet on the floor when we started, feel free. Hands behind your head, opposite armpit to knee. Inhale to switch. And exhale to switch. Again, inhale to switch. Turn the middle back. You guys stay off the shoulder blades. Last 3. 3. So you're turning the thoracic spine and the head comes with. Final 1, you guys. Use your breath, not your neck. And hug your knees into your chest. Rest all the way down. Take a deep full breath here. Sigh it out. And then curl your head and chest up. Rock on your spine a few times if that feels okay. And we're going to come on all the way up and back onto all fours. And we're going to move into leg pull front. So it starts in plank position. If plank is too much, you guys, you can do the exercise from cat, right? You can lift the leg from your hands and knees. If you need to be on your forearms for wrists, feel free. So make your way into whatever plank is going to be your plank today. Cat, forearms, or full plank. Rest the top of the right foot on the mat, and on an exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, tap, and exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, and exhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale, body stays stable. 2 more, pelvis stays neutral. 1 more. Tap and hold, and anchor that foot. Rest the top of the left toes on the floor, and exhale, lift. Inhale, tap, and exhale, lift. So lift the leg as much as you can without arching the lower back. So there's this sense of opening the front of that left thigh as the leg lifts and the pelvis stays stable. 2 more. Keep pulling your shoulders down your back. Final 1. And anchor that foot. Breathing in. And breathing out, downward dog. Take a few breaths. If you need a child's pose, take it. Feel the external rotation in the shoulder joints. The collarbones wide. The head and neck can release. One more full breath here. And then gently walk your hands back towards your feet. And coming into that forward fold. Let the head and neck hang. Take a full breath here. And then you're going to widen your feet. So you're going to kind of heel ball your feet open. They're going to go off your mat a little wider than your shoulders. And you're going to try to flatten your back. So pull the chest forward. A lot of us are not going to get the back flat here, so you're going to have to bend the knees a little bit. But the back flat is the number 1 priority. Most of us tend to overlift the neck. Look down, pull your shoulders down your back, and we're going to go into rotation here. Inhale, one hand lifts, rotating your spine, so legs are as straight as you can manage. And exhale, hand comes down. Other way. Inhale, rotate your spine. And exhale, hand comes down. So always pulling those shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, pull the sternum forward, chest forward. And exhale, hand down. Again, inhale to rotate. And exhale, hand down. If you need to bend the knees to get that spine tall, please do, you guys. The spine is going to be so much happier long when you rotate it. And hand down. Inhale, pull the chest forward to turn. And exhale down, one more each side. Breathing in, widen your collarbone, reach to the ceiling. And breathing out. And then final one, breathing in. And breathing out. And drop the head and chest. Walk the feet back underneath you. So hip width apart, traditional hip width apart underneath your hip joints. Feel the weight in the toes as much as the heels. Allow the head and neck to release. And then one final time, we're going to walk forward to a downward dog. So again, you want to feel that your sit bones lift, which sometimes means bending the knees a little bit. Widen the chest. Let the head and neck release. And we're going to move forward to, we're going to flow between plank and downward dog. So if it's too much, you guys, you drop your knees and you do cat-cow, like we did earlier on the hands and knees. On an inhale, you come to plank. On an exhale, you hinge at the shoulders and the hips and go back to downward dog. Again, inhale, come to plank. So ideally from head to tail is moving in a neutral spine. Exhale, pike my hips up and back, downward dog. And 3 more, breathing in, come forward. Here's your modification. And breathing out, you go back. 2 more, breathing in to move. And breathing out to move. And then final one, you guys. All the way up and back to downward dog. And pause there. Take a full breath. And then on your exhale, make your hands, walk your hands back to your feet one final time. So you guys, if this is not a release, you're going to widen the feet as much as you need to and bend the knees as much as you need to. So you truly feel like the upper back and head and neck can release. If you can straighten the legs, you will. And again, feel just as much weight on the toes as the heels. And just clasp your forearms and give in to gravity. Allow the head and neck to release, the upper back, the middle back to let go. And final breath here. And then drop your arms. Take a deep, full breath in. And on an exhale, gently roll yourself up to standing. 1 vertebrae at a time, stacking your joints. And then just take a final deep, full breath in, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Hands in prayer. Bow your head to your heart. And just take a moment and thank yourself for your efforts. All the benefit of the practice comes from the effort you put in. You guys, thank you so much for playing. I miss you. Again, that was a tough class today. So normally I do explain, those of you that know me, I explain a lot more. I just wanted to move you guys, let you move today. So if you were joining me for the first time today, that was tough. Check out some of my other videos on Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel. I explain a lot more. And the detail and the fundamentals will help you kind of flow through that kind of movement in a little happier way. I hope you had a good time. It was so good to see you guys. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.